Chairman Sanders, Ranking Member Cassidy.
Sir, sure the mic is on there.
It is on. Maybe I'll move this. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. Chairman Sanders, Ranking Member Cassidy, Senators, thank you for the opportunity to speak again before the Health, Education, Labour and Pension Committee on behalf of Novo Nordisk. Last year, I was asked to testify about patients living with diabetes and insulin affordability. This year, I volunteered to appear before the Committee on Policy Solutions for Patients Living with Obesity and the challenges they face navigating the complex U.S. healthcare system. I appreciate the opportunity to engage here today. For decades, our public discourse about obesity and to some extent type 2 diabetes was based on misinformation and blame. These conditions were treated as a personal choice, a failure of willpower. No one was talking about how these are chronic diseases and treatable diseases. With the discovery of semaglutide and the development of Ozempic and Wegovy, our collective understanding of these diseases fundamentally changed. But this shift was not a foregone conclusion. This was a long and winding road. It began more than 100 years ago when our company was born. Novo Nordisk was founded on the mission to not only treat but defeat diabetes, to one day find a cure. And it was built on the idea that our success must be measured by looking at more than our financial sustainability, but also our societal and environmental sustainability. To this day, Novo Nordisk maintains its unique ownership structure that protects its mission. The Novo Nordisk Foundation is among the top 3 largest foundations in the world, rivaling the Gates Foundation, and it serves as our controlling shareholder. For over 100 years, the foundation has supported initiatives that improve health and sustainability of the planet. This ensures that our time and resources are focused on unlocking cures for chronic diseases.
Mr. Jorgensen, can you pull that microphone a little bit closer to you?
Yes, sorry about that. Is it better now?
And can you work on a medicine for bad hearing? Okay, that would be the next thing.
It's not really our expertise, but maybe one day. This ensures that our time and resources are focused on unlocking cures for chronic diseases, not on daily stock fluctuations. And our focus on this mission is how Ozempic and Wegovy came about. In the early 1990s, Novo Nordisk scientist Dr. Lotte Bjerre Knudsen, then a junior researcher in our labs, set out to take a hormone that naturally decays in the body within minutes and to make it last long enough to become a medicine to combat diabetes. It took years before she and her team evolved and solved that puzzle, and more than a decade longer to turn the research into liraglutide, our pioneering once-daily GLP-1 medicine. After this discovery, many believed that innovating beyond liraglutide was at best unnecessary and at worst impossible, including most of our competitors. However, another tenacious team of Novo Nordisk scientists refused to give in. In November 2004, these scientists created 12 milligrams of semaglutide, an even more potent molecule to combat diabetes. Even after that, it was still 14 years more in the making until Ozempic was finally approved, and another 4 years after that until Wegovy was approved. And we didn't stop there. In 2017, we launched the largest clinical trial in the history of the company, enrolling more than 17,000 patients across 41 countries. We demonstrated semaglutide's dramatic reduction in mortality for those suffering from cardiovascular disease and living with obesity. And because of our commitment to health discovery, we can now say that liraglutide is the only weekly GLP-1 on the market that is FDA approved to reduce the risk of major adverse cardiovascular events, which is the #1 cause of death in America. Today, we are also conducting even more clinical trials to understand how semaglutide may affect and treat chronic kidney disease, liver disease, and Alzheimer's disease. But we know these discoveries are only effective if patients can access them. So along with discovering revolutionary medicines, we have committed to expanding manufacturing capacity. It took over 50 years to advance our science and manufacturing capacity for insulin production to meet demand. Today, we can provide insulin to nearly 30 million patients. But patients living with type 2 diabetes and obesity can't wait another 50 years. That is why, since the beginning of last year, we have committed over $30 billion to expand manufacturing capacity. To put the $30 billion in perspective, this is 20% more than the entire US space program. is also 4 times the amount that Congress has set aside for National Electrical Vehicle Charging Network. Our commitment includes $4 billion in new investments to expand our facility in North Carolina, on top of the $5 billion we have already invested there, creating thousands of construction jobs and manufacturing jobs in the state. We spend these resources because we can't afford not to. Type 2 diabetes costs US approximately $413 billion every year, and obesity costs the US $1.7 trillion. And we all know the physical and emotional toll these diseases make. You have said that our amazing medicines can't help patients if they can't afford them. That is true. It is also true that the full value of Ozempic and Wegovy can only be realized if patients can access them. Patients need both affordability and access. That is why we have fought to secure public and private insurance coverage for patients with type 2 diabetes and patients with obesity. We're pleased to say that Ozempic is covered by 99% of all commercial plans, by Medicare and by Medicaid in 50 states. And while Wegovy was only recently approved by the FDA in 2021, today it's covered by half of the commercial plans, as well as over 20 state Medicaid plans, the Department of Veterans Affairs and the military, the Indian Health Service, and for all federal employees, and hopefully soon for seniors. With that said, it is clear that patients too often struggle to navigate the complex US healthcare system. It is also clear that no single company alone can solve such vast and complicated policy challenges. So what I can promise is that Novo Nordisk will remain engaged and work with this committee on policy solutions to address the structural issues that harm patients and drive up cost. And I can also commit that we'll never stop driving change to defeat serious chronic diseases like obesity. I appreciate the committee's focus on ensuring patients living with chronic diseases can have affordable access to the medications they need, and I look forward to your questions. Thank you very much.